Hi there, Jan Clark here for Tai Chi Fit 360. Today we're going to be talking about snake creeps down. Um, One of the things that people ask me about is the actual name of it, and you don't have to use snake creeps down. A lot of times, the creeping snake creeps people out. So often I will use squirrel runs down the tree and across the yard. You can make up any name, but be consistent with that name as you use it. So for snake creeps down, we're going to start with our feet shoulder width apart. Everything's relaxed, right? And usually you begin in a cloudy hands movement as a transition to get to snake creeps down. So we're going to do that right now. And then one hand forms the hook and you step in with the opposite foot. Just the toe comes down, right? Hand comes up. And then you're going to do a lunge with a single whip. So the foot comes out, heel comes down first, press into the toe. Now, still, most of my weight is distributed evenly at this very second. And now it's going to shift to about 60 in the front, 40 in the back. So as my torso twists and I open for the single whip, now more weight's in this foot, less in that foot. Got it? And coming back across, try to do this levelly and not the rainbow thing over the top. That's just a little bit too uh, wild for snake creeps down. Just straight across the top. Again, below eye level. And then you're going to sink as the hand slides down the tree and shift your weight over again as the squirrel runs across the yard and up the fence. So as you inhale, your weight shifts mostly back over to this other foot. I don't have an empty step over here. I still have weight in it, but most of my weight's in this foot. That leg is bending much more than the other leg. And then everything shifts back. So I have the majority of my weight in this lunging leg as this hand comes up. Your inhale is here. Your exhale is there. And I'm doing this super slow so you can see what I'm doing. Then you release the hook, the arm comes around, and to change direction, as the cloudy hands come this way, you can cue this whatever way you want. A lot of people will wait till their weight is all the way in this hand, in that foot, and you've got this as an empty foot, and as you're coming around, you can just pick it up and step back in. Some people heel toe, it doesn't really matter. Come on over this side, make this hand form the hook. As this hand floats up, the other foot steps in, and then we step out to do one single whip, getting that arm in the right place. You can see both my knees are bent. Coming back, I shift my weight back, come down, and around. Now, a lot of people want to do it lower. DDR will tell you time and time and time again, doesn't matter, okay? All of the nerves and muscles are still doing the same thing. It's just the intensity that changes. So the important thing about doing snake creeps down is that you don't stop, okay? And let's go to the side and see how I'm talking about that. All right, so knees are flexed. Arms are out here to make cloudy hands. So I'm just going to start here. Cloudy hands and cloudy hands. This hand forms the hook. The weight shifts into this leg so you can pick the other foot up. Yeah. And then you step out and do a single whip. Now, if this is going to hurt this leg or this ankle or this knee or anything, go ahead, pick up the toe and shift it over a little bit so that that leg is still lined up. Got that? And then as you're doing your single whip, the weight comes from this leg, sweeps around, and goes back into the other leg. And now this leg is all lined up. Knee, ankle, hip. They're all lined up. You shift back out, exhale. Sorry. You sit down, circle around, and float up. And again, I can't help it when I stop to explain stuff, my brain gets confused. All right, so here we are over here. We're going to release our hook, sweep it around, form the cloudy hands again, and then here we go. As I change and shifting my weight toward the center, once all the weight comes on this foot, I can pick the other foot up and just keep turning, and I get it. And you can fix that foot if you need to. Sweeping it around once, twice, and then here we go. Forming the hook, still in the egg, right? This arm is still in that bow shape. Stepping in, catch myself. Stepping out for one single whip. Bada boom. Coming back in, inhale, sinking down just a tiny bit. It doesn't have to be big. I know everyone has seen those Tai Chi masters doing traditional Tai Chi and they're all the way down on the floor. We don't do that. All right, got that? We don't do that. That's not in our method. Last one, just maybe an inch, and float up, exhale. Releasing the hook, hand sweeps around for a first cloudy hand as we shift over. Now I'm going to do the heel toe thing. And now I'm back in the center. Easy peasy. Off to the side, off to the back. Once again, you're going to see the torso turns, and now you're going to see the knee bends for the lunges a lot better this time. So, cloudy hands, torso's turned. First one, second one, forming the hook, shifting the weight, stepping in, stepping out with one single whip. Yeah. Inhaling, coming back, sinking down, shifting the weight over, and floating back up. Coming back across, sinking down just an inch, coming back over, floating up. Last one on this side. That's your exhale. Beautiful. This hand releases the hook, sweeps around. We form our cloudy hands, and as you're turning, when you get enough weight, I'm going to do the heel toe over there. That's your first cloudy hand. And now your second cloudy hand is going to form the hook and step in. Step out, single whip, and then come back in. Melt it down just a tiny bit so the squirrel can run across the yard on the exhale. Inhaling right here and exhaling right there. Palm is forward as you're coming up. One more. And it's kind of like just a rocking chair motion, right? That's the important part. Then releasing the hook, sweeping it around, forming those cloudy hands. And this time I'll go ahead and do it for you. I'm getting to the center. The heel is peeling up. And then all my weight's on the other foot, empty step, so I could step back in. Off to this side. You never know what you see, right? So cloudy hands. Over here. Cloud, cloud, cloud. First one. Cloud, cloud, cloud. Second one. Forming the hook. Stepping in, floating up. Stepping out. Single whip. Boom, right there. Now, sitting back. There's your inhale. coming on down, sweep it around, floating back up. That's your exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Last one. Releasing the hook, sweeping it around. Not going to stop this time. Cloudy hands again. Making the hook, stepping in, stepping out, single whip. And then inhaling, breathing in, sinking down, shifting the weight, coming around. You can watch your hand, you can watch your participants. Last one. Releasing the hook, sweeping it around, and this time I'll go ahead and heel toe it back in. So that is snake creeps down, squirrel runs across the yard, whatever you want to call it. Remember, you do not have to go down. Okay, that is too dramatic for your class. It's going to pull them completely out of flow. And the mechanics of it are exactly the same. It's just the intensity. So don't worry about that, especially for your practicum or whatever you're going to do. The intensity doesn't matter, just the movement itself, the sweeping and the shifting of the weight. All right, I guess that's good enough for snake creeps down, squirrel runs across the yard. Thanks for watching. Keep breathing, go with the flow, and I'll see you next time. Have a good day. Bye.